If you have been following me for some time, you guys know that I'm pretty honest with my thought process. I feel that I'm at a point where I could break. I don't know which way it's gonna go, but I thought to record this raw. I felt like I disappointed myself. The connection that we make, and it's so beautiful, it's so amazing, and that's what is like keeping me going. Hey guys, my name is Mercy. Welcome to my channel. I'm super excited for you to be here in this video. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys and share with you guys that I am struggling as an intern. I'm legitimately struggling as an intern right now. I feel that I'm at a point where I could break, or I could really become stronger and advance. And I don't know which way it's gonna go, but I thought to record this raw feeling and struggle and share it with you guys. I know this is very like personal. It's me putting myself out there, but I think we always see someone at their good point mostly, and not really at that point where they're struggling and they're going through a lot. Those that are interns right now, I'll to share with you guys that you're not alone. And in fact, actually one of my colleagues, which I don't really share that I'm on YouTube with anyone really. If they find me, they find me. If they don't, they don't. And actually one of my colleagues found out that I have one, and she actually bumped into one of my videos, a 3-month intern update. She watched it and she was like, that's how I feel. It's so crazy because we're in the same program, and I mean, we don't really share our struggles as we're going through. We sometimes barely even see each other. So the fact that, you know, now she knows that someone else, even in her program, is like having the same feelings that she is, and she's not alone, and I'm sure it helps, you know what I mean? And that's what these videos are entailed, to help someone and letting them know that they are not alone. With that said, now everyone has their own struggles, everyone has their own insecurities and their own things that they need to work on, their weaknesses. And as like an intern, we are constantly being evaluated. We're constantly being watched by every attending, every resident, every person in the hospital, similar to med school, because you're your own worst critic and you end up thinking even worse of yourself. So it's hard, it's really hard to take in critiques at times. With that said, like obviously evaluations are super important. They are actually, whenever I was going into my interviews, I asked them how they're going to evaluate me. And it's because I think it's important to be told like, hey, this is what you're doing good at and this is what you're doing bad at, and you know, let's like work on it and let's figure something out. So it's important, but again, you're still human and you still have to respond to those emotions that come after being told that you need to work on these things. So I'm about to share my own story. I've always struggled with my train of thought, meaning like I'm very scattered, I'm very inattentive. Timing always struggled with, but it was never pronounced as it is now. Of course, when you're doing well, nobody's like noticing it, but then at least maybe they are, but it just doesn't feel like it. And then of course when you do bad, everybody sees that, right? I don't know. I don't know. I actually had a 24-hour, and when I came home, I had my breakfast and then I just went to sleep. And waking up, I was just so anxious and sad, and I just wanted to cry. I wanted to not deal with anything, and I just felt really shitty. I just felt like I disappointed. I disappointed myself. I just felt like I'm not good enough, and I did some yoga and tried to clear my mind. End up going and grabbing a coffee and just allowing the fresh breeze, because it was really nice and windy, to kind of, you know, mellow me out. And I felt so much better after the yoga session and all of that. And then I just kept thinking like, relax, things will get better. And yes, I'm struggling, and yes, life is tough, and intern year is very, very overwhelming. And no matter where I end up, I will be okay. I will be okay. I feel like I don't have any time to really sit down and breathe and kind of fix things or try to teach myself things, because I'm always on the go to do the next thing. This whole week I've been literally going to the hospital, coming back home and eating, showering, and then I'm just so exhausted. I tried to read on my patients and update some things, because the next day I have to like see those patients, put in the note, you know, be ready for rounding and make sure that I'm saying all the right things, make sure I'm presenting accordingly, make sure I'm organized with my presentations. I don't know. But the thing is, all in all, I'm still like loving it so much. I don't know how to explain it. Even with all of this like anxiety of like not being good enough and just feeling so dumb and just feeling so like I'm constantly disappointing someone. Even with all of that, like I'm having such a good time. Every day I wake up and as I'm going to the hospital, I'm just excited. I'm excited for the day. I'm excited for the challenge. I'm ready for my patients. Maybe not ready, but I feel I'm so excited to go into my patient's room and have conversations with them, and I'm ready to help people out. Just like last night, I was seeing a patient in the emergency room, and the connection that we make, and it's so beautiful, it's so amazing, and that's what is like keeping me going. I'm like so excited to continue on, and just I don't know, like I feel so all over the place, but this is life. Life is a struggle. Life is filled with bullshit. Life is filled with sadness, a lot of obstacles, but life is also filled with so many beautiful things and so many beautiful people, and it's focusing on those positives and not the negatives, and allowing the negatives to push you to be better. And while I am struggling to figure out the how, and I'm not even making sense, my point being, I just have to take a deep breath and know that whatever happens will happen, and it'll be beautiful, and it'll be what is meant for me, and that I will prosper through this really hard time, and no matter what, I will have fun with it. I'll smile, I will take on the challenge and keep going. I know this sounds corny, but I want to be taking the opportunity of living each day to the fullest, and not regretting, and not just overwhelming myself with the sadness of and the struggles that I am feeling, and the anxiety that is wanting to overpower everything. So that's where I'm gonna go towards. Intern year is a struggle, and if you are struggling, you're not alone. I'm gonna go ahead and do some more evaluation, like write down some goals for myself and do some emailing that I need to do, as well as some admin stuff, like pay my bills. So finally I'm getting the chance to sit down to do those things, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that my honesty does not offend anyone. I hope you are smiling and moving forward, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button